Before we start this tribute film, give me around 25 seconds and just listen. Some cars, they age like fine wine. Sometimes they don't cause the biggest fuss at the time when they are released, but as time passes, we start to appreciate them more and more. And this one, now we appreciate it a lot. This tribute film to the B8.5 generation Audi RS4 Avant can pretty much cover the whole B8 platform as a whole, as it's known as the most loved Audi generation among fans and owners. Now it's time we give it a proper spotlight. So, let us do this. Welcome to Auditography. I have been a photo and videographer for the brand for over 20 years. I am a collector of some very unique 4-ringed icons myself, and I have also made the viral movie Speak Up for Audi. That led me to even meet the CEO, and many people high up in the company are my friends. The 4 rings is my lifestyle. Join me here in this new emotional video. This 2015 Audi RS4 B8.5 Avant is the 3rd generation RS4. Audi's performance station wagon saga started actually with the RS2 Avant in 1994, which was produced only for 1 year. The first actual RS4 was the B5 generation RS4 Avant from 1999 to 2001. It was followed by the B7 RS4, which was produced between 2006 and 2008. This 3rd generation RS4 came only as an Avant, while the Coupe and the Cabriolet versions was represented by its brother RS5. The B8.5 Avant was produced between 2012 and 2015. Statistically, Audi built approximately 6,000 B5s, 10,000 B7s, and 7,000 B8 RS4s. And the thing is, all the 3 generations before, if I also count the RS2, were so iconic that this B8 was never really appreciated as much as it should have been. All of the predecessors were available with a manual gearbox, so when this was released with an S-tronic dual-clutch transmission only, a lot of people were disappointed. I remember, for example, Chris Harris back in 2012 said it himself that the B5 and the B7 RS4 made him want them immediately, while he had to spend some time with and warm up to the B8 at first to really appreciate it. And you see, that is the core point of this film, because even myself never really craved after a B8 RS4 as much as I was obsessed with the B5 and the B7. But when a friend who is a used car salesman told me 3 years ago that he had a beautiful RS4 B8 for sale and maybe something for my collection, I was thinking, let me check it out. And wow, in today's soulless new cars, this was such a rush in my whole body. Now, over 10 years later after its reveal, this B8.5 RS4 Avant awakens certain feelings in me that neither the B5 or the B7 has. And I think by now you already know that I own all 3 generations myself, so I really can dive deep into the details in this film. This RS4 Avant is equipped with a naturally aspirated and high-revving 4.2-liter V8 engine. It produces 450 horses with 430 Nm of torque and is connected to a 7-speed dual-clutch S-tronic transmission. Many people think it's the exact same engine as its predecessor B7 RS4, which also had the 4.2-liter V8, but with a 6-speed manual gearbox instead. Actually, that's not fully correct, as this engine in the B8 has also similarities to the 5.2-liter V10 engine from the R8. The 5.2 was developed from this 4.2 and they share similar FSI technology and a 90-degree cylinder bank angle. The B8 RS4 accelerates to 100 km per hour in around 4.5 seconds with a top speed of 280 km per hour if you opted for the RS Dynamic package. When you take away the limiter, the car will do approximately 305. One thing to point out is that this RS4 only came with a facelifted B8.5 A4 platform. So the correct term of this is actually B8.5, as a B8 RS4 doesn't exist. Strangely enough, the RS5 was available as the B8 but not the RS4. If you want a B8 design Avant, you have to settle for the S4 B8 Avant. The RS4 Avant really shows something that the whole B8 platform does today. They all aged like fine wine. Especially among today's new cars in an automotive world where many lost their identity. This very car is spec'd in the gorgeous Mystic Blue Pearl effect with an Audi exclusive interior. Looking at it, I am thinking to myself, what a stunning car this is. Look at the brushed aluminum optics, for example. It's a true Audi RS that knows its identity. For decades, when you saw the silver mirrors far away, you knew that a badass Audi is coming your way. In today's blackout everything world, so many cars lose their design details. Here, the pure contrast screams true Audi DNA. Recently, I had the pleasure of talking to one of the people responsible for the design of the B8.5 RS4 Avant. I told him that I plan to make a tribute film to it. And he told me to look closely at the quattro wheel flares. The volumes are full and tight at the same time, and the radius is soft enough to fit the B8 body, but tight enough to speak about power. This wasn't designed on a computer like so many cars of today. It started with carefully controlled sections long before any modeling and was finished in clay by hand. You can feel it. Today, the focus on sections is often missing, and it shows in modern car design. The B8 platform RS models were shaped by one of Audi's oldest designers, someone who worked on the original Quattro and the C3 Audi 100. He also designed the wheels, for example the iconic 5-spoke rotor, a design so good that the entire industry copied it. Speaking of wheels, the B8 platform in general has some amazing wheel designs, and the ones on this RS4 are one of them. Simple, beautiful, and modern still today. Also, the headlight design of the B8.5 in general is still so good looking after a decade. Audi was leading the DRL light designs for so many years. That's why it's also tragic to see the split headlights trend on even modern Audis. No DNA left, and they simply look like any other car on the road today. The Audi RS4 Avant from this era is in my eyes one of the most beautiful cars ever made. Now, let's talk about the part of this RS4 that makes you feel the most, and it's simply how it sounds. I would go as far as saying that with the right exhaust, in this case Capristo, it's one of the best sounding cars ever made. Yes, on low RPMs you feel like you hardly have any power, but once it awakens and screams up to 8,250 RPMs, it's something you feel in your whole body. And the downshifts of this thing, oh my, it's pure orchestra. Just take a listen. I could do this all day. The original exhaust does its thing, smooth and drama-free. But if you ever buy one of these, an exhaust update is a must. It opens up so many levels of eargasm. When it comes to the driving, is it as engaging as its iconic predecessors B5 and B7 RS4? No, it's not. Those two are hard to beat. The automatic gearbox here and also the lack of torque and low revs is something that makes it not as fun as the other two RS4s. But it's still a great car. And the sound this thing produces makes you forget about everything else. One of the absolute best areas on this RS4, or in fact of any B8 platform Audi, is the interior. I would go as far as saying that this, together with the C7 and the D4, is Audi interior at its best. The whole ergonomics mixed with high quality materials and the attention to details everywhere is just amazing. It's designed so beautifully as well. You really have everything you need. A perfect looking instrument cluster with stunning gauges. In today's new Audis, the instrument cluster is a mess, and it's heartbreaking to think that about a company that was market leading in this area for so long. Actually, here in the B8.5 RS4 was the first sign of Audi's loss of quality and start of cost cutting. This very RS4 has only the RS on the tachometer. Other cars I've shot from the same model had the full definition. It just shows that they were rolling out their cost-cutting philosophy around this time. Today, you don't even know which RS model you're driving when you're sitting inside because everything is just S or RS. The beautiful steering wheel screams quality and pride. Don't get me started on the new Temo-looking steering wheel that Audi forces on all of their new cars. I can't stand it and I will never accept it. And I know I'm far from alone on that opinion. The so loved MMI system here is right next to your hand when you can control everything without taking your eyes off the road. The MMI is probably the thing that is most missed in modern Audis. Today there are screens everywhere which confuses you so much and constantly diverts your attention from driving. And again, the details. My gosh, the attention to details. You feel it everywhere. Through a simple button push, you feel that somebody pushed that button a million times so you could have the right feel. Now let's just put everything on a screen and call it a day. Even the so important climate controls. Here, the easy-to-use AC controls where everything is right there is perfection. Beautifully designed and easy to use. What more do you really need? A proper and lovely gear shifter where even if it's automatic, you can switch it to manual mode and feel like you're driving the car. In today's new Audis, all you get is a nibbler, or in some, the tragic move to the steering wheel column. A complete disaster if you ask me. I also miss some small details like the glasses compartment above your head. It was such a neat and so important detail. Audi has always been about design, attention to details, quality materials, and simple-to-use systems. Where did that all go? How could they forget about their identity? I've covered this in so many of my videos and I don't want to yap about it anymore. So let's just focus on this beautiful RS4 again. The B8 platform's interior is widely loved among anybody that has come across one. It's interior perfection. The Audi RS4 B8.5 Avant is a car that will remind you of the peak times at Audi, when their exterior design was unique and unbeatable, when their engines created smiles and goosebumps all over your body, and when the interior was the perfect place to be. You were proud of owning one and representing the four rings. And it's the pride I miss the most in the current Audis. In today's times, it's hard to look at the current products without being heartbroken. Audi knows their mistakes, and in the new Concept C, it awakens hope. Let's all hope that they will find their identity again. In the meantime, we have a lovely market of used cars to choose from. And the RS4 B8.5 Avant is one of the best high-performance Audis with true Vorsprung DNA that you can buy. I'm sure that it will get more and more attractive each year that passes. And that is all the reason you need to buy one. Thank you for watching.